I didn't even notice that you said something. Should I go into the bathroom? Yes. Maybe not. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, we'll go here. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Raven, can you move, baby? I'm sorry. Okay, guys. Let's see, is this gonna work good? There we go. Hey, guys. Don't fall over on me. Okay, cool. That's not gonna work either. We're gonna have to flip it this way. Much better. Cool. How are we gonna do this today? Okay, we're gonna be doing a different sort of today. I really started that very prematurely today. I always do that. Just like, I'll get over analytical and start like over focusing on actually starting the live, and it'll take me so long to get ready, so I just start it, you know? It's like, just go for it. Okay, let's see. So, my hair's looking a little crazy. Libra. Oh, I forgot I wasn't doing all signs. I'm doing Libra right now. Okay, cool. That works even better. Cool. So Libra. Hold on. What did I do with that? I just had them. Oh, I had them. What did I do with them? It's okay. I can remember it off the top of my head. Okay, so we're talking about Libra today. Libra. Okay, so I was getting a feeling of someone like being excited to meet you, or someone being excited to see you possibly. I don't know, that was kind of the download that I got. So I do want to, I'm going to try this new spread that I started, that I just made the cards all for them. And so we're going to be looking at the house. Okay, so if you're a Libra rising, this video will really resonate with you. If you are just a Libra sun sign, that's fine. Even if you just have the 7th house predominantly in your chart. But the way I'm setting up the spread is we're going to be looking at the 1st house is going to represent Libra. So I am Libra. So if you, technically, if you consider yourself to be a Libra, this is for you. But it is looking more closely into Libra rising sign. So that would be if you have your first house in your chart would be Libra. Okay, so let me set this all the way out. So I have it all. Here we got the 10th house, we've got the 11th house, the 1st house. So this will be really looking at your whole entire chart just off that one sign. We have the 12th house. We have the 9th house and the 2nd house. Okay. And then I'm going to be setting it up with the I statements. So we're going to, oh, there's the 6th house. So it's like Aries is, or the 1st house is I am, or Aries is I am. So we're going to be setting up 1st house, your image, your aura, your approach is Libra. Okay, your 2nd house, your money, your talents, your values is going to be Scorpio. If this is making sense to anybody, I hope it is. It's going to make sense to me, and I'm just enjoying the fact that I get to do it, that I thought of it like this. Okay, then we're going to do Sagittarius is in your 3rd house. Okay, so the 3rd house I think would be your IC. And then let's see, we have Capricorn is your 4th house with home, family, personal life. The 5th house would be Aquarius, which is play, creative expression, and children. And then we have the 6th house, daily life, health, and work is going to be Pisces. Okay, this is all for Libra rising sign, or if you identify as a Libra. Thanks for hitting the like button on the way in, guys, by the way. I do appreciate y'all. Okay, 7th house, we're going to be doing Aries. Okay, so this is relating. This is significant others, and that statement is I am with Aries. So it's like that's just going to be the type of person that you're necessarily attracted to. That's probably where we're going to be seeing this person show up predominantly in the chart. Assuming that's, yeah, absolutely. We have the 8th house, which is Taurus, resources, sharing, and intimacy. And that is I have. I also wrote a couple extra, which is I'm right and I pay. That's just kind of what I came with that. We have the 9th house of higher education, discovery, and travel, which is going to be Gemini with I think and I learned. And then the 10th house, which is your public profile, your social status, the height of your chart, is going to be Cancer, which is I feel and I care for, as well as the 11th house is going to be connections, groups, friends with Leo, and I will and I lead. And then the 12th house is spirit, self, karma, and the inner realm is going to be Virgo, I analyze and I assess. So that is the spread we're going to be using today. We're going to pull some tarot to get some more information on each one of these sections. So this is going to be just one reading. I will be offering these readings if anyone who would like to book a personal one based off of your own specific birth chart in question. The information is in the description box, or it is also, what's the word I'm looking for? Or you can also just email me and we can talk about it if it's something you would like to do. Okay, let's see. I want to move this down just a smidgen so that you guys can get a better view of what's going on. Okay, cool. Hey, thanks for coming in and liking the video. I appreciate you for that. All right, so we're going to be looking at the 1st house, okay, for my Libra risings, or if you just consider yourself to be a Libra. If you would say, you know, I'm a Libra, okay, but specifically for the rising sign, it will make the most sense. I weigh, I balance, I finesse, and I judge, okay? So this is your 1st house. This is your image, the mask, your aura, and your approach. We have the 3 of Cups coming out. So that could signify, one moment. Cool. That'll be better. Alrighty. So with the 3 of Cups, I would say that you're most likely very extroverted. Okay, you're also very good at talking to people. You're good at getting what you need. You're good at being around people. You're the sign that brings harmony to things. So it's very easy for you to be in groups of friends. It's very easy for you to maybe even like settle differences between groups of people, okay? It's like these 3 ladies, they all look very happy. That means that there's a sort of balance. They're all sort of doing their part in a sort of way that benefits, you know, the group as a whole, okay? There could also be, this could even represent more than just 2 people. It could even represent a community of people. It's like one person is wearing red, signifying their groundedness, or maybe even like their hostility, or it's like Mars energy, Sun energy, and then it's white with like pure, and it's like you're bringing that purity to the group or something like that. Okay. So talk to me about the 2nd house. We have money, talents, and values. And then, so for the 2nd house, that would be Scorpio. And the mission statement for Scorpio is I desire and I hide. So if you're a Libra rising, that would mean that you have Scorpio in your second house, which is I desire money, talents, and values. But there's also something about I hide, because Scorpios are very secretive people. So let's see. We have the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Page of Swords is interesting. She can be a little bit rebellious, okay? So she could be a little bit rebellious. She could be very equal-sided, right? Especially with this Three of Cups coming out next to it, it's almost like her outfit consists of the three outfits that these people are wearing. So it's like you're finding a way to appease to people. You're trying to like find your niche or find your like your something about your quirk. It's maybe even you see the Page of Swords and you almost kind of get the feeling like she doesn't like to like, I don't know, it's giving me like you don't necessarily like to listen. It's like you trust your own gut instinct, and it's like you don't necessarily, it's like someone, like people can't really tell you anything. It's like, you know, hello my beautiful friend, how are you? I'm having a really good day, yeah. Just kind of trying out a new spread here that I started. If you know your rising sign, tell me your rising sign and I'll put that on the list to do next. If your rising sign isn't in Libra, I'm not sure. Let's see. For those of you that know your rising sign, you can also do your sun sign, but it's cool if you do. Okay, so let's see. The third house is school, siblings, and communication, with that house being Sagittarius. Okay, I see, I travel, I expand. And you have the Knight of Cups coming in. Interesting. Okay. Coming out for, I'm going to analyze these all in a second. Coming out for the fourth house, we have home, family, personal life. Capricorn, which is I use, I operate, and I spend. Let's see. We have the King of Cups coming out. Oh, this is weird. Okay, so it's giving me like interesting. Okay, the fifth house is play, creative expression, children, and it's in the sign of Aquarius. So I know and I stand out. Two of Wands, something about like your lack of needing to plan for anything with this Two of Wands, but it did kind of flip off my leg to turn upright. So it's like you might be kind of on the fence of whether you want to execute. What's the name of your new deck? Oh, this is just a Rider-Waite deck. And then these are just little sticky, like little pieces of paper. Okay, so the fifth house, which deals with acting. So you could be even like thinking about making a plan. Okay, a plan of some kind in terms of how you express yourself creatively. This could even be a sort of way, like you're planning a way to express yourself. Okay, so then we have daily life, which is the sixth house, health, work. I perceive, I love, and you have the Six of Wands coming out. So whatever you consider to be work, whatever you consider to do in your daily life, Libra rising, will be very successful. And that makes sense because, you know, and this person, they're almost like the center of attention. They get a lot of recognition. And that would make sense with Libra rising because Libra risings are so just absolutely drop dead, like gorgeous, they're beautiful. Okay, so talk to me about the seventh house, relating significant others. Okay, so that's going to be in the sign of Aries, and that mission statement is I am. Okay, so this could be like, if we're looking at this in like a series of events, it could be like moving towards something more solid, more stable, looking back and seeing how far you've came, and then continuing going forward, not necessarily okay, so coming out here for the 8th house, resources, sharing, and intimacy. With Taurus, I'm right, I pay. We have the 10 of Swords reversed. Oh wait, no, that's Aries, is I am. There could be something coming out about, ooh, 7th house. Maybe Libra rising, maybe you're having a difficult time relating to people. Or maybe people aren't necessarily, there's something about like when you looked back, it's like maybe you saw something that you didn't necessarily want to even see. It's like, why did I go back? Ten of Swords reversed, it's like, I'm hearing like you're lucky you made it. Oh. So the 8th house was resources, sharing, and intimacy. We have the Chariot. So, you might have had to have cut someone off, Libra, in the past. Cut someone off from the past in order to move forward in the Chariot. There could have been someone from the past. It could have been 2 different water signs, or a water sign and an air sign or something. Somebody had to get cut off in order for you to move forward in this sort of way. But I'm not getting that it's necessarily something right now. It might have even been something to do with like, interesting. Very interesting. Thanks for putting a like on the video, guys. I appreciate y'all. Okay, let's go over here. Let's just keep going. We have higher education with the 9th house. Okay, we have higher education, discovery, and travel. And that house is in Gemini, which is I think and I learn. Okay, so Eight of Wands coming out reversed, which is Sagittarius and Mercury and Sagittarius. But that card is coming out reversed, so you could have a lot of higher knowledge, right? You could have made the mark many times. It's like you're tapped in and you're connected. And or this could just signify you making attempts to hit the mark, to make the mark, to reach the divine. That got weird. The 10th house, the public profile, the ambition, your position. You have Cancer, I feel, I care for. Page of Pentacles coming out, but the Tower also came out as well. I'm going to put it back. And we're going to reshuffle that one just because there's definitely some things that I'm definitely seeing you're working towards some things. There's definitely some things that you're working on keeping balanced. If you do notice though, all the cards are even. So it's like every single card that we've pulled is even besides the very first card, which is in your surroundings, which makes sense because if you're a Libra rising, that's what you're going to do. You're going to keep things balanced out. You're going to want to keep things in harmony. And so it's like you're here, right, in this outfit, which is a mixture of all of these outfits in this card, signifying your ability to kind of adapt and to kind of fill in where you need to fill in. Okay, and then I'm seeing that you then move on to the next thing. It's like once you've brought balance and harmony to a situation, you continue moving towards your own stability, or moving towards your own, or maybe it's like you have to overcome this sort of community in order to like have your cup so that you can continue on with your cup. Your cup will bring you stability. Your cup will bring you a home. Your cup will bring you everything that you need. Okay, he's very sturdy. He knows right where he sits in the collective unconscious with the water around him. And this is I use, I operate, I spend. Okay, so then we have over here in the 5th house, we have which is play and creative expression, the 2 of Wands. And you have this in Aquarius, I know and I stand out. So you could possibly, it's giving me like you're not really necessarily trying so hard in terms of wanting to be like creative, expressing. You have Aquarius in that sign, so it's like you're going to be very analytical about the way you express yourself creatively, but in terms of your daily life, your health, and your work, you're going to show up and you're going to show out. It's like that's where you're really going to excel, is in your daily life and your health and your work. So you're healthy, you're beautiful, you're glorious, and you're doing the damn thing. You're on this very triumphant energy. Okay. The 7th house of relating, significant others, we have Aries with I am and the 10 of Swords reversed. So you need to be really careful about getting involved with people that are very sort of only focused on the self, right? You want to find someone that's 50-50. You want to find someone that's balanced, especially if we're talking about in terms of significant others. This is the house of marriage. This is not that like this isn't the 2nd or the 3rd house of school, of like friendships so much. That's more Gemini's house. We're talking the 7th house. This is of marriage. This is of court. This is of people of big, like that have big impact on your life. We have the 10 of Swords reversed, so that signifies like facing the person that might have been like possibly chasing you down, like with 10 knives pointed to the back of you. That's like stopping and turning and confronting it before it gets to that point, right? Okay, and then we have the 8th house coming out here with resources, sharing, and your intimacy, and that's the Chariot. So that is a place where you can really kind of make up for this maybe negative card with the Aries, right? Maybe there's something that happened that made it difficult for you to relate to people. But it's like, even though and see he has this square on this chest right there. So in a square in astrology means like a sort of rigidity. It can be kind of like, it can be a sort of like, it's not necessarily the most easy placement. It's like you come to a 4-way stop, right? And it's like you're going and they're going, and it's like, no, should I don't want to go for it. Make the first move if you need to. Do what you need to do. Know who you are. It's like maybe even if you know you're still kind of at the bottom, like this is your potential with resources, sharing, with intimacy, with getting deep with people, getting real with people, right? You will go from 6 of Wands to the Chariot, right? Cancer energy, which deal with Cancer energy. You have to nurture in order to be in the Chariot. It's Cancer. They're all about nurturing. They're all about taking care of things. They're all about that soft inside, but it's like that hard outside. So even maybe being a little bit more stern with your resources, being a little bit more stern with what you're sharing, or being a little bit more difficult to become intimate with, right? It could go either way, whatever works for you. And then we have the 9th house, higher education, discovery, and travel. And this card represents Sagittarius and Mercury, which is interesting because this is the 9th house and Sagittarius rules the 9th house. Okay, and then it's even more interesting that Gemini is the card that is in your 9th house, which is like like it's flipped and flopped, but it's almost like balanced. So you're very balanced in what you're learning. You're very balanced in what you're thinking. And it's a very like your higher education and your travel and the things you're discovering are very, it's like a give and take sort of relationship. You're not just learning things and not showing appreciation. You're not just like learning things or discovering new things without sharing it with other people, right? You want to share the knowledge. You want to share the sort of the truth, right? Gemini. And so I think I learned, right, you really tap into a lot of these things. You're maybe even hitting multiple different like things that are expanding your higher consciousness, your mind, right? This is the house of the guru, and you have Gemini in there, so you could be very interested in the way spirituality works, the way that a lot of maybe different sides, different perspectives of spirituality. Maybe even if you don't practice them, you just like to know about them and you like to learn about them, just because it's interesting. You could be learning about like 3 different religions at the same time, but not necessarily like following the constructs of it, maybe like experimenting a little bit, but nothing like too set in stone. Let's see here. We have the 10th house coming out. So the public profile, your ambition, your position. This is going to be in Cancer. Okay, so I feel and I care for. So this person is going to like to work from home. They're going to want to work from home. They're going to be, whether they run their own business at home, whether they are a stay-at-home mom. Okay, so like their public profile, when they're feeling at the top of their game, they're going to be comfortable. They're going to be in their home. They're going to be caring for the things they want to see grow, whether that's a business, whether that's a loved one. It can go either way. You know, you could have 1 kid, you could have 10 kids. It doesn't really matter. Queen of Wands coming out, but it kind of came out reversed, but I'm going to hold it upright. If it is reversed, right, maybe you're feeling like you want to get out or something. Maybe you're feeling like you want to go and do something, but it might not be in alignment with you to do that, going and getting out, right? But if we looked at it upright, it would signify this person that's coming in. Because you can see here, it's like, hold on, I'm going to show it to you. You see here, it's like this person is sending these to here. It's like, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's look over here at your 11th house. We're looking at connections, groups, and friends, and this is going to be in the sign of Leo. Okay, so you're going to be, which is I will and I lead. Okay, in terms of your connections and your groups, you're going to be a very good leader. You're going to have a very strong will. Okay, you're also going to be a very prominent energy in all of your groups of friends or your circle or Raven! Raven! Get over here. Julia, sit down. You can't wait up. Okay, so the only thing that is making me feel a little bit weird about this 11th house and Leo, that's like exact opposites. So that could be really good for a Libra rising considering how much they desire balance. But let's pull a card for it and see. Ace of Swords. You lead because you're honest. You lead because your word holds power. Your thought holds power. There's a sort of nobility or like a nobleness or like about the words that you say and the way that you say them. The way that you communicate is that of a desirable leader. Okay, we have the 12th house, which is your spirit self, your karma, and the inner realm with Virgo. I analyze and I assess. Hermit. Three of Wands as well. Let's see. So your spirit self is old. You're an old soul. You're a very old soul. Okay? This could even signify your angel being with you. This could even symbolize, I'm just seeing like the age of your soul is old. You're wise beyond your years. Even if you're 80 years old, you're wise beyond your years, beyond your generations. You've lived a lot of lives, Libra. to get yourself to this point. And I mean, all I can really say is like, you know, there might be kind of like a weird sort of like karmic path here at the beginning, or maybe it's even like the first half of your life, or maybe it's the first half of the month. There's just a sort of, not necessarily bad, all the cards are positive, it's just nothing predominant, nothing big. It's not until you go through this dark card that cards start to get really powerful, that things start to become of a big significance, right? When you get here to the 8th house of resources, sharing, and intimacy, you get in the Chariot. The more you share, the farther you move. The more intimate you get, the farther you go. The more people will share their resources with you even. Okay? And then it's like you're sort of making this big leap from Knight of Cups to Queen of Wands, right? And you stay honest and you stay truthful, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how, you know, desired you are. It's like you hold this sort of nobility and you stand in your truth. And then you go into Hermit energy and you become that of a spiritual guru. You become that of a very, very wise person, and you become that of someone, Raven, you could become that of someone who will look back on their life and be, I feel like, pretty proud of how far you've come and where you want to go. But the spirit self, I think that they're kind of here with this lantern and they're facing back, looking at the whole entire timeline, just like saying that your guardian angel will be here through this entire process. And it really doesn't look so bad, besides really in the place where relating is coming in. It's like this person is coming in on a really good note, but I don't know that it necessarily... Oh, it could also be like you meet up with this person, right? You see this person, it's like someone's excited to see you, someone's excited to meet you, a lot of people are excited to meet you, right? You're the Star and the High Priestess. Got to start making some plans, right? You want ships to come in, you want things to start flowing, you want things to be really happening for you. You have to sort of make them happen for you. Stop being bored, get up. Have courage, be strong, pursue the things in life that might make you feel a little bit timid or might make you feel a little scared. Just like do it. You're going to be successful, Libra. It's going to be successful. We do have the moon coming out reversed here with the Page of Wands. Yeah, there's somewhere you have to travel to. That's going to take some courage. Some place you're going to have to show up to. Some move you're going to have to make. Something you're going to have to say. It's going to take courage, but it's going to be so worth it. So don't allow yourself to be timid. Don't allow yourself to be timid. That's all I have to say. So if you guys are new, thanks for being here. If you want to come back, you can subscribe. I usually do all 12 sign readings, kind of mix it up a little bit, trying some new spreads and everything. I am Maddie, and I'm going to be moving on to the next sign. If you would like to come and catch that live, if it resonated, if you just like to hang out, you like learning about the houses and the signs, it's kind of what we're focusing on with the tarot as well. So thanks for being here, and bye.